Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Educated, professional, single mothers. You know, I want to expand on something I touched on in my last video about the pregnancy game, right? You know, because I said, sometimes you get some women out there who they're single mothers, but they are not ratchet. In fact, very classy, actually. Very classy, maybe conservative looking, but they're single mothers. And they're not single mothers because of divorce. And they're not single mothers because their husbands died or anything like that. They are single mothers by choice. Now, before somebody get all huffy over, especially some women. Well, let's just be real about some game. Now, I'm talking about educated, professional type of women. I'm talking about those 92 octane type of women. They making six figures. They making six figures. Typically, what happens is it's a woman, she probably talented, got college degrees, an advanced degree, a professional in something, making money. She got the house, a car, and everything. Typically in her 30s, right? Now, it's common knowledge that, that biological clock starts ticking. Like once a woman reaches her 30s. And you'll have many women, they'll look for that guy to couple up with and all of that. Or if they are some women who've been through that cock carousel, they'll look for that quote unquote beta to settle with, that nice guy, that good guy. But you get some women, and here's the thing, they might or might not have actually gone through that cock carousel. In fact, that might not be a factor at all, to be honest. Could be a factor, might not be a factor. That's not the point. But the key thing with them is wherever they are, they've done a lot in their careers. Like I said, typically those 92 octanes, they made it. These are like high level managers at in different corporations. They probably handling $1 million deals. These are attorneys. These are doctors, dentists, accountants, and hell, maybe even an engineer or two. What happens is they get in their 30s, they get that itch, they want that baby. And being married has nothing to do with it. Because these women got their own car and house. They don't really, honestly, for other than a sperm, they really don't need a man. Like some women say they don't need a man, and then as soon as the shit hit the fan, it's like they like where a man at. Nah, these women got money. These women got money, like no doubt, and they got more money than most of the men that they're going to encounter. But all that money, all that independence, all of that, they still gotta have a baby. Now, some of them, they might meet some of them might meet Jewish guys in bathrooms in New York. And then yeah, I had to throw that out there. But then some of them might go to a fertility clinic or something like sperm bank or something. Yeah, that's the term. Go to a sperm bank, find that sperm donor and all of that. Then some of them, if they don't want to go through all of that, they'll find some guy, usually a decent looking guy, not necessarily a drop dead handsome guy or some good bar type, though that could be a factor, but they'll find some decent guy, of course have unprotected sex with them and get that baby. Now, in those cases, two things usually happen. One, the woman finds some reason to break up with the guy and gets out of contact with him. Therefore, she can raise the child without any issues. And there's a lot of that's a game that many men need to be cognizant of. Like a lot of single mothers out here, the common thing is like, oh, we're the fathers. In many cases, the fathers were never in the picture, or the woman purposely kept things away from the father. I personally know of cases like this, where a woman will get pregnant and then actually tell the actual father, the man she know to be the father, is not his child. Now, it's the ultimate act of selfishness, but it happens. Now, with the professional women, they might or might not tell the man. They might not tell him, or, they'll do something. But whatever the case, they have no intention of marrying that man. They ain't going to go through the courts because they don't need to put that man on child support. They probably had more money than him anyway. They got their own money. And I know of personal instances where women have done this. They just wanted that baby so badly, and they seriously thought they could raise a child by themselves. Now, it works better. It actually works out a little bit better if it's a daughter as opposed to a boy child. A little bit better, just a little bit though. But still, it's a dynamic men have to be careful of. Because let's get back to what I was saying in the last video about the pregnancy game. That's a game like many men will run into that educated professional woman and think, oh man, I hit the jackpot. Women, they'll say, oh, since I listen to Uncle Rom, she's an adjustable 7, or she might even be finer. She got some sense. She don't have any kids. Check. And like I said, they don't always go through that cock carousel. That's one thing guys got to get out their head. Every single woman out there who looks halfway decent has not just been constantly fucking alpha males. Get that out of your head. Because, this could be another video. The percentage of women who actually have been on a cock carousel really isn't that great. It's significant, but it ain't like all. Trust me on that. Because people forget. And I probably need to do another video on it. People forget these alphas, good bars, dominant men got standards too. So some of these women might not make the standard. It's just that simple. But getting back to the whole educated professional single mothers. They just want that child. They want that child. They don't mind being a single mother. They prepared for it. Sometimes they'll say, hey, you know what? I'll put them in daycare, or I have some relatives. They'll figure out something. But the man is never in the picture. Or, they might be nice enough to say, okay, you can have some time with the child. But like I said, they ain't gonna put the man on child support or anything or go through the courts. The man might have to go through the courts for something. And then you have the other instance where the woman just don't tell the man. Right? She don't even let the man know. He might just be some random guy she thought had a nice smile. Plenty of women do that. And here's an instance. I might be opening a can of worms when I say this. But this is particularly with, I've seen this mainly with black women. Chocolate black women. They be a single mother of some light-skinned child. And you looking at her and you looking at the child, you say, okay, where's daddy? And I've seen this so many times. I've even dealt with the progeny of such unions. Like I said, the father was never in the picture. The woman might not tell him anything, but they wanted that seed. They wanted something from him, that pretty child or something from him. Whatever the case. Or they just had to have that baby. And for the fellas out there, it's like I said in the last video. You got to have some discernment. If you get a woman who seems a little bit too pressed, or especially if a woman is a little too anxious for you to go raw, wonder about that. Like, look at a situation. Like, you meeting that woman. Like, women, when their biological clock is ticking, they want that baby their emotions take over. Their logic goes out the door. Whatever logic they have go out the door. So they may be the type you just laying there. Y'all could be finished having sex, you laying there, had sex with a condom, she getting on top raw. You half asleep and shit. You waking up in there. And I know it might sound a little cool, but see, she want that seed badly. Also, in cases like some of these women do with these basketball players and stuff, in that case, they actually want the money. But don't think some of these ordinary women ain't above using some turkey baster or, you use a condom or something. Because trust me, they ain't thinking in their right mind. So you have to always gauge that, just in general. You have to gauge that because that's the pregnancy game on another level. See, the image of the single mother is that ratchet woman on Section 8, got 4 or 5 kids by different men and all of that. But you get some of these classy, up in the church women, probably working in the government with a high security clearance, trying to have that one baby. Or trying to find some sperm donor, whether it's through some sperm bank or just some dude she met randomly. And shoot, it's crazy. It doesn't make sense. Well, it doesn't make sense if you're thinking logically. For the woman, it's totally logical. Shoot, she got everything she wants except the baby. She get the baby, don't have to deal with your ass. So from that point of view, from a woman's thinking, it's probably very logical. But since I ain't a woman, I'm looking at it like it's some stupid ass shit. But it's some stupid ass shit that men had to be careful of. And like I said, it ain't about your money. For the men out there, it ain't about your money. It's about your seed. She ain't trying to live off of it. And the reason I have a problem with it is many men out there do want to be fathers. Many men out there do want to be in their children's lives, even if they have a child with some random woman. They still want to be a part of that child's life. So a man, see, and it's kind of, and I know many men are saying, damn, it's fucked up. Can't fuck with the ratchets. Got to, the professional ones can't trust them. Who can you trust, Uncle Ron? Who can you trust? You know what? It's like this. You gotta take it on a case-by-case basis. Use the discernment. If you even feel just a tiny bit she has an agenda that she ain't telling you about, shit, withhold the dick. Just be like, oh, hold on, wait. Seriously, just wait a while. Like I said in the last video, ain't nothing saying a man can't wait either. Because you pretty much have to nowadays. And no joke. Yeah, I know I'm like telling y'all how to get that sexual energy up and how to get those women, but nowadays you still gotta be smart. You gotta play a little bit. If you gonna play that game, it's part of game is being on the defensive too, watching out. So that's it for today. Just fellas, be careful out there. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.